is Andrew B, and I'm an actor in Toronto. I started acting 15 or so years ago, 2009, I think. And I've done a lot of work, film, television, a lot of commercials, a little bit of theater. And basically, I mean, I just love the entire business. I produced some short films, learned how that part of the business works, and am constantly just trying to move myself forward. What's happened really a lot for me in terms of how the business has changed is that content now is infinitely cheaper to produce than it has ever been before, simply because of cell phones. You know, in the 50s and 40s, when they had film only, the only time you could see content was you watched on a very tiny black and white screen, or you went to a theater. And then came video. And of course, the world was going to end, and everybody thought that was the end of the movie business, and nothing happened. It was simply a change. And then came CDs, DVDs, and every time there was a change in the business, the normal stuff happened. Fear is normal. Change scares a lot of people. The change now is AI. And for me, that is huge, because it's not just a change anymore. AI is actually replacing the creativity of human beings. So rather than being afraid of that, all we can do is embrace it. And as we produce content, either use it or don't use it. It's not going away. It is part of everything we do now. Scripts are being written. What is it? Chat, CBT or GBT or whatever the hell it is, is used all the time. I have a very famous Afghan writer friend, and this guy is actually using that chat thing now for writing. Not because he's not a good writer. He's been published forever. Simply because it helps. So he's embraced it without fear. And that's what we all need to do. The movie business is now, literally it's global. For many, many decades, Hollywood kind of was the gold standard. But now, so many movies are being made all over the world. People have access now to information and content that they've never had before. And as an actor, what I do constantly is just either I make my own content, or I look for ways of connecting with directors, producers, writers that I want to work with. And this way I'm in control of my own business, I guess you could say. Because otherwise it can be overwhelming, especially with AI, how it has now moved us forward. Whether we like it or not, it is just going to have a profound impact on everything. It's going to be an avalanche. And avalanches are hard to avoid, so it's better to just embrace the thing, stay ahead of it, and learn from it. And that's what I'm doing, especially as an actor. I've made several short films, and my most recent one, I had an option of using the AI app to edit the thing, and I decided not to. I still did it by hand. But I gotta tell you, it was quite tempting because it saves just so much time. So that's really what we have to do, especially for me as an actor. I mean, how do we keep our humanity? That's really what it comes down to. There's no answer for that. Because I started fairly late in my life. I think I was 46 when I started. For me, all I really want to do, and what I love the most, is to act and put myself out there. And so what I'm doing is, I do a lot of videos on my phone. I do a lot of whatever I can in terms of creating content so that I can put myself out there, because there is just unbelievable choice now for people. And I mean, Shakespeare, 500 years ago or whatever it was, he flogged his own stuff. And that's still true today. The only difference now is to get our stuff seen, our content viewed. For me, that is really a full-time job. That is by far the greatest challenge. How do we get eyes on what we create, especially when our names have no value and we have no big stars attached to what we're doing, or famous directors or whatever, which I don't. So that's really what I work on, is how do I get eyes on what I have done? That is, without question, for me, the most important thing. So that's my journey. My first love is acting. I started doing content because I realized I have to get myself out there, and I will continue to do that as I move forward.